Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, Rakdos Crime. So I haven't done Rakdos Crime since Bloomburrow, and I wanted to revisit and see if I can still play this deck in the current super aggressive punishing meta. So, remember the Rakdos Crime, the idea was that we got a mono black crime deck, which is very strong, but we slot in Magda, the Horror Master, which makes it even stronger. Magda, whenever we commit a crime, we get a treasure, we'll get a tap treasure, and then we can also sacrifice 3 treasure to create a 4/4 Scorpion. Now, back in the days, we also have Bloodtide Harvester, which synergizes very well off crime because I can target our opponent and remove their creature while Magda does her thing, right? Unfortunately, he's rotated out, so no more Bloodtide Harvester. That's now Magda's the only red card of the deck, and we gotta go super heavy in the mono black. But there are some new cards from Bloomburrow that does help us with our crime idea. Namely, we have Cruelclaw's Heist. Now, in the beginning of the version of this deck, I was running 2. Actually, I was running 3. Then I cut down to 2. Now I'm cut down to 1 because there's so much aggro that I don't think I can justify multiple Cruelclaw's Heist. But if the meta does calm down a little bit, Cruelclaw's Heist is a very good card. We get to look at our opponent's hand and choose a non-land card and exile it. So that's pretty good already. That's a crime. But if our opponent is a control deck and they're kind of slow, what we can do is give them a card. Then we're going to look at their hand and take a card and use it for ourselves. So that will be even better because sometimes there are cards that we cannot remove from our opponent's deck, but our opponent's deck can remove them. If you're playing against, let's say, an Is It artifact deck, we can take their Brotherhood's End, and it will end them with it. So that's really fun, right? That's kind of the reason why I thought Cruelclaw's Heist would be really good in this deck. We also have one Bandit's Talent. We have a lot of discard in this deck, so Bandit's Talent can just take advantage of our opponent having no cards, and we draw a lot of cards. But we're not a sole discard deck, so I'm only using one Bandit's Talent. It's not very good when your opponent has more than 1 card in hand. Bandit's Talent does nothing, and I can't afford to have a bunch of cards in this deck that does nothing because I want to synergize off the crime. So that's kind of the idea of this whole deck. The rest are pre-Bloomburrow cards. Let's look at all of the card pool. So in the early game, we got 4 Disfigure to remove fast creatures. We have 1 Duress. We have 4 Tiny Bones joins up, and then we have 1 Tiny Bone to Pickpocket. So 10 1-drops, ensuring we have some early game plays. Then going to turn 2, we have 1 Bandit's Talent. Then we go all the way into removal. 2 Bitter Triumph. 4 Go for the Throw, and 2 Long Goodbye. So whatever our opponent has, we got to be able to kill them. And Bitter Triumph is pretty good against Planeswalkers and Artifact creatures. Long Goodbye is also pretty good against smaller Artifact creatures or Planeswalkers. So we definitely have a lot of removal in these category. And we have 1 Cruelclaw's Heist, then 4 Magda. We want the Magda to land on turn 2. Very importantly, if we can drop Tiny Bone on turn 1, this is a sick combo. That will give us a treasure right away. Going to turn 3, we would have 4 mana. Right, that would be really good. So turn 3, we have 2 Lore Skaters, automatically triggers crime, so pretty good with Magda as well. We have 1 Kaervek. Whenever we do trigger a crime, we can target a black card in our deck, or in our graveyard rather, and reuse it, exile it, and reuse it at a cost of 2 life. So it's not much, but it's something. We have 2 Liliana, definitely can get into our opponent's hand to make him discard, but also target him to sacrifice a creature as a crime. And then we have 2 Malicious Eclipse. In case our opponent is, still playing the Convoke deck, we can just kill all their creatures. That's important. We also have 2 Hostile Investigator. In the beginning, this deck has 4. I had to cut all the way down to 2 Hostile Investigator. Because of 4-drop, you just really don't get to live to turn 4 nowadays. So, yeah, it's a fantastic card, but you really have to live until then to play it, and we need a lot of early game in order to get there. So, 2 Hostile Investigator, more discard synergy, more crime synergy. Then, in the 5-drop, we have some 5-drops that could synergize off the Magda's Treasure. Basically, being able to kind of play these faster than turn 5 definitely helps. We got 1 Aclazotz, life gain, very important, very useful against burn, so that we don't die very quickly. Gisa, a very good crime synergy if we have Tiny Bones already. Alright, we play Gisa, immediately we'll get 2 3/3s. Technically 2 2s, but they get buffed by Gisa's passive. And then every time we commit crime, we get more. We also have 1 Gix Command. Gix Command is fantastic in the current aggressive matchup because we have the board wipe ability, but we also have the lifelink ability. So if we have a Lore Skaters or Hostile Investigator on board, even if our opponent goes wide, we get to wipe their board off most of the tiny creatures, and then we give a Hostile Investigator and Lore Skater lifelink and attack. Oh, we gain a lot of life. And if nothing else, right? chances are our opponent has killed our Magda. We can bring it back with Gig's command. So that's still something. Now in the land base, we are very tempo-intensive deck, so only 24 lands total. What we're going to have in the lands are 4 swamps, 1 mountain, 4 Blackcleave Cliffs, 4 Jagged Barrens for our crime, 4 Sulphurous Spring, 2 Demolition Field, again for crime, and then 4 Myrics and 1 Plaza of Heroes. Plaza of Heroes can help us play Magna, so it's like another mountain. And then we definitely want to have 4 Myrics in the deck, because this deck is very punishing to aggro. If our opponent playing aggro, we got the removal. But what if they're playing control? Well, we use Myrics, and we just overrun them with Mites. And that usually gives us the win as well. So that's the whole idea of the deck. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Kyo. I feel like I played this guy before, but might be in Explorer. Alright, we're going to go first. So Sulphurous Spring, Jagged Barren. Alright, don't really need a crime trigger since not triggering any crimes anyways. So let's just shoot him for 1. I have 1 Jagged Barren in the deck, I think, right? White. Case. Alright. There's a bat deck? Probably a bat deck. Discard a card. Or you can discard 2 lands, you know? I'm okay with that. Discards a bat. Two mana. 2 mana Amalia. It's a land. Okay, good. If it wasn't a land, we'd be screwed. So I guess we'll disfigure Amalia right now. Before he can respond, right? Why would I do that? I can just Lily on it. The Amalia. Plays on curve. This is legendary spells. Oh, I could have played Plaza. I think Planeswalker's Planeswalker's legendary now. Back in the days, Planeswalker was a different type. They're not legendary. They have their own rules, but now they're just legendaries. So I could have Plaza to not hit myself, but I didn't. Okay. Now I'm gonna Plaza. I will... Should we disfigure the Channeler before he gains life? On target creature, right? He doesn't really have creature. So I'm gonna start with the discard. Yeah, we should always start with the discard. Too many lands in hand.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Got rid of a Get Lost. Cool. I'm gonna level up. It's just gonna attack. I just figure it. It has its figure has been dissed. Another Amalia. In response, I disfigure it again. I'll pay the life. Cool. I don't. Do I want to plus and get rid of the Demolition Field? I guess so. Right? It's pretty good.
Don't overthink things.
Alright, there goes the bat. Let's go to 3. That way I get to draw cards if he plays a spell. He plays a tap land. Alright, he plays Zoraline. He does not have enough to add to the mana. So that's good for me. I draw 2 cards. It's even better for me. I can Magna, kill this. This doesn't have ward, right? It's just a creature. So I can just make him sack it. I think it's even better. Magda. You sack a creature. I get me a treasure.
One of your friends has to leave.
Good luck. He's playing his land, so it's giving me card draws. Draw cards, draw cards. Not even gonna plus. No reason to plus, actually. Right, Lure Skitters. will give me the stuff I need. GG. Alright, got locked down. They're playing a very good deck, but they do not draw well enough, I guess. Alright, our opponent is Keyboard Warrior. That's another opponent. That goes first. We have Duress. At least it's a spell. Don't know how well this Duress will line up. I guess they're aggro, we do have Disfigure. Okay. I don't know what they are, so let's find out. The Jace deck? Well, let's get rid of the Jace. This also means I can't really just land Magda right into a go for the throw. Okay, not right into a go for the throw. Would he go for the throw my Magda? He probably would, right? So I just do nothing this turn. He will also do nothing. Then I play Magda. Get some mana off of this. If he goes for the throw, my Jagged Barren does nothing. If only I had a Tiny Bones or something to play that turn. Blue. Oh, he's definitely gonna go for the throw Magda here. We get our treasure. It's not a 2-for-1, but it's a mini 2-for-1. You can definitely play Shelly. Fountain Pour is very scary. But he does play Shelly, which I'm okay with. Ah, lag. Why is it lagging so much? Okay, so I could Liliana make him discard a card, and then also Bitter Triumph the... No. No. So we'll tap this for black mana. Like this. Sacrifice your Shieldred.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit when we win. I've always hated crowds.
Now I can at least Long Goodbye or Bitter Triumph the Reef if it tries to attack me. Right, that's something. Yep. Alright, let's Long Goodbye. I don't think he has a counterspell, but just in case. 2 mana, he might have counterspells. Each player discards a card. Would he go wide with the Fountain Pour? He might, but we'll get rid of the Eclipse anyways. Okay, so now we Magda. We still have Bitter Triumph if wants to make Reef. This is fine. Wait, a 3 life. Kill it. Go for the throat. Discard your last card. I can discard my Disfigure.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Alright, no more card draw. He could turn the Reef on me. Let's pretend I didn't see that. Yeah, that's what happens when you tech your deck full of removal. You get to remove everything. I forgot the Reef was Death Touch. It's kind of scary. Alright, play a land. Do I want to make him discard to get a dragon? It's actually not that bad, right? Going to 4 doesn't really do much. Let me sack. Not discard.
One of your friends has to leave.
Let's get that dragon. He can't really hold cards in hand too. If it's a 5-drop, he can't play it. Lots of board wipes are 5 drops. Invasion's pretty good. But it also means you can't play anything now. I gotta discard a card, which I don't have. He should have kept a black or the Underground River open. GG. There was no coming out of that. I could play this, get a treasure, and then make him discard his last card too. Alright, our opponent is Griffiths. The bad guy from Berserk. You got buff. We get to go first. We do get to go first, but this is not a great hand, honestly. Like, it's a lot of dead cards. But I'm greedy. So let's try it out. Who knows? If they don't have an immediate removal, our Magda's gonna do stuff. Heartfire Hero. Heartfire Hero is annoying, right? But I have to play the Magda this turn or I lose any ability to play Magda. So I guess we'll take a lot of damage. If he buffs the hero, I can't even stop it. So I'm just gonna take the damage here. Can he kill me on turn 2? Thank God I went first. Actually, if he went first, I would have just disfigured it. Swiss Sphere? Please don't be a shock. Bang Splitter? Okay. It's very scary, but it is also something that I guess I have to live with, right? Do I have to live with? I get a treasure this way anyways. So if he does any buff, yeah, I have to do it right now. Disfigure the hero. But then I don't get a treasure. You know what? Nothing. I'm gonna wait till he pumps. This way I get another treasure and I can play Aclazotz. And that's lifelink. Yeah, that car agrees. Alright, we're at a staring match. They got 3 mountains and 4 cards. They gotta play something. So if I block, this will be... Will he pump the Heartfire Hero? Will he pump the Swiss Sphere? He would probably pump the Heartfire Hero this way and get the Swiss Sphere out of the range, right? So if I block the Heartfire Hero, he will pump the Heartfire Hero. I will still have to take the damage no matter what. So this way I don't take as much damage. Is that long goodbye or bitter triumph? I don't think it matters because this is both are unconditional destruction spells. Bang Splitter. Where is it going? Targets it. Let's long goodbye the hero. The hero says goodbye. Rage turns it into a 2/2. But it's still going goodbye. Rage turns it into a 8. It's a lot of damage. Alright, I'm still alive. That's what matters, right? Unfortunately, it's a tap land. So I cannot hold up Disfigure. I have to play Aclazotz here. But Aclazotz is lifelink. If this was a, an untapped land, we would have Disfigure and it would be a different game, but it's not what happened, so let's see what happens here. You can pay 3 mana to equip, right? That's not very good. Just 1 attack. Do I care about this 1 attack? So if I don't block, I gain the 4 life back. Then I kill this. I can make him go down to no cards, right? Then I kill this when he attacks. I don't think that's very good. That's a card. Alright, if I heist right now, I can take a card out of his hand and I'll still have go for the throw and Disfigure up. I would say that's pretty good. Ooh, these are both good cards. But this one gets buffs, right? For the Valiant. I don't want that to happen. Let's see what happens. Plays the Slick Shot. Now what? Just all out attack. Okay, well, I gotta disfigure this 2/2. Actually, I should probably go for the throat. The Slick Shot first, right? That's probably the scariest part. Looks like he does have a buff in response. And I'll kill this. Go for the throw it. And I take 2. It's scary, but you know, still gotta fight through it, right? Another tap land is unfortunate. So I have to play this. I play a tap land, and our opponent can hit me for a lot. Don't think they can do 8 with 1 card. They can equip the Moran Splitter, but that's not 8. And if they equip, they cannot play the card in their hand, which means Aclazotz can make him discard it. The Bitter Triumph will get us there. Hopefully that's all we can do, all we need to do. Looks like it's... That's a land, okay. So he doesn't discard, we draw a card. Same thing still happens. But yeah, take 4. I gain the 4 life back. I'm not even gonna play the Jagged Barren here, because I could Bitter Triumph and still Mirrex. Might not matter, but still. Oops. Let's discard a card. Oh, that's just a land. GG. Aclazotz pulls us out for with the life linker. Alright, our opponent is Ariel Tremaine. Ariel Tremaine? Ariel? I don't know. But we got Tiny Bone, go for the throw, Liliana. 2-lander, but we are going second, so we get an extra card. Let's hope we draw a land. Red, okay. Never mind. Don't know if this is gonna matter. Go for the throw is good, but can't use it right now, so you discard a card. Oh! Gruel. That's different. They're gonna have buff spells. Plots? Well, the unfortunate thing is with green, they can also have hexproof, right? See if they have hexproof right now. Yeah, I did get to draw an extra card, but those are not lands, so it's not gonna help. I need a 3rd land. I mean, aggro decks can draw lands, but I can't, so... That's definitely an interesting way the game's gonna play out. Which one do I kill? I mean, they're not gonna pump. They're gonna pump afterwards, right? So I killed a slick shot, they pump something. Yeah, whatever. Definitely got a pump spell in his hand. Put it on the challenger, he loses a card. I'm down to 10. That's not a land. I gotta kill the challenger here, right? Before he draws another card. He's at 2 cards, but I'm at 2 lands, so anything he has will probably kill me. There's another plot. Pretty nice for our opponent. I got a Disfigure. I mean, this is not gonna do anything. Yeah, I'm playing on 2 lands. I don't think I can win no matter what. But I have to kill the slick shot. And he has a buff spell. Don't know if he has a buff spell now. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Can I get a land? No. No land for me. Just gonna get lower and lower before lands won't even matter. That's definitely a buff spell. I mean, yeah, we got him. Fizzle the spell. Don't know if it matters. We draw a land. Okay. Well, it might matter. Very slowly. It might matter.
Those who get in my way tend to regret. Off you
Sacrifice
go.
your last creature, please. Thank you. We're at 4, so we can still die to any hasting creature. He plots that. Plays a land. Alright, so we're doing something here. Skitters. Wish he had that.
Drop it.
I mean, I don't really know what to exile here, or if that any of this matters. This deck has absolutely no recursion, right? How many slick shots has he gotten? 1, 2. 2 slick shots. He's keeping a card. That's interesting.
You won't be outsmarting
Oh, it's a Snakeskin Veil. Okay, well, then I should have played a Hostile Investigator, right? Still gonna play it. I mean, at any point he draws a slick shot, I just die. So, oh wait, I need 2 creatures to block because of the somehow you can hide a card from your hand. Gig's Command is real good. All right, do I even have things in the graveyard to return? Not really. So let's put 2 +1/+1 and return up to 2. Wait, do I have more than 2? I just have the 1, right? Each opponent's sack? I don't know. Then we plus. Then we remove another card.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Then we attack. You can attack with this too, I think. Right? Do I need to attack with this? 6, 7, 8. Goes to 10. Next turn is lethal anyways. Alright, GG. Life gain is always good. Alright, our opponent is just enough. Sometimes. Sometimes that's all you need. We're gonna go first. I have one mountain in this deck. I've almost always top decked it. Good enough. We got Tiny Bones. We got Heist. We got Go for the Throat. We'll try to get something going. Alright, that's a case, so it's rabbits? Valley my caller. So probably rabbits. Not giving him a card. Let's heist him. Wow, okay. Yep. That's a 2-2. He's shooting for 1. He has no token, so right now I think we're okay. But the my caller's gonna get big. My caller's gonna get big. Take 4 either way. Actually, I kill this, I take 3, right? Tiny, tiny bones. My bones are tiny. Mill card. Ooh, that's a good card to mill. I'm scared of that card for sure. Hop to it. If I draw a land here, I have a game. If I don't, I just kind of lose. So that's not a land. It means I have to try to live another turn. But try to live another turn, I shall. Phineas. Very scary, but can attack. Alright, that's 9 damage, huh? We'll block one of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What if I don't block one of those? Well, I was gonna die from Geek's command, so might as well. Now our opponent's gonna quit in this one play. +1/+1, 2 or less. Auto pay. Hey, I have no other creatures. That's a 6, right? That's not a 9. I think he's gonna explode. What? Intarnation? Alright, let's minus off the paw patch. This will make it a 3-3. No, I only target once. No, yeah. I target once, but there's 2 of them, so... Don't think he's gonna block. Yep. Get another treasure next turn. GG! Yay! Alright, our opponent is Dr. Fro. That's not a Fro. That's... what's her name? Elish Norn. Opponent goes first. Well, double Tiny Bone to go for the throw before lands. Tiny Bone's funny. Because I don't have anything. But I do have... Our Tiny Bone's on you. Why don't you discard a card? Alright, discard decks. Guess we're gonna go at it. Duress. Ooh, that's really good for him. Unless you want to take over the throw, that's not good. That's dumb. That's not the right play at all. So, if our opponent had taken our Tiny Bone, he could have played it with his Tiny Bone. But, you know, I'm not gonna be the one to tell him. I'm gonna play a swamp. We'll keep taking his damage. Bandit's Talent. Ugh. I don't want to discard 2 lands, so I guess I'll have to discard my Tiny Bones. We'll kill his Tiny Bone for sure. Maybe I do just discard 2 lands. Nah. Ooh, okay. So yeah, that's the stuff. The stuff of nightmares.
When I win, you're telling. We all have things we'd rather forget.
He can level up his Bandit's Talent, but eventually we're gonna make him sack everything. Preacher. Ow. Sack one of your creatures.
Haven't you ever heard of?
Yeah, that Bandit's Talent's probably gonna get us. He draws 2 cards a turn. He Liliana's us. I don't agree with that.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come for answer. Don't overthink things.
I have Mirex's. So I take 2 life. That's annoying, but I have Mirex's. His Liliana is just gonna make me discard a Kaervek, right? Might as well play it. Then he has minus.
You're gonna need a good Undertaker.
Mill a card. Ooh. I mean, these are kind of pointless. That bat's pretty fun.
We all
Actually, you can't kill Kaervek with just Liliana. He's gonna do something else. Let's see. He has to minus Liliana to kill one of our creatures, right? Go for the throw. Okay. And then he minus Liliana anyways.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Eh.
I'm tired of your secrets. Ugh. Now you've got my attention.
Just a bat. Discard or sack? Discard's interesting.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm not gaining life from this. Alright, let's double attack the Liliana. Don't think he's gonna block, right? Yeah, he's not gonna block.
You picked a fight with the wrong necromancer.
Should I make him sack?
I've always hated crowds.
Don't really know how many turns I have. 5 turns, so I'm gonna hope that this gets me there. Wants to draw cards. Interesting. Then he can't plus the Lily. He does anyways. Discard his own card. Oh, let's go for the throw, that's why. It's a Duress. Now, that's kind of dumb, I just discarded for no reason. If she pluses the Liliana, he draws 2 cards, right? Can it get him far?
I'll be back with friends.
I wish I could be back with friends. Our opponent gets a Bandit's Talent on us. We have 4 turns left. They don't do anything. Oh my gosh. That's a card. Alright, let's see what he has first. I mean... That crime. That crime is really something. Scar your Aclazotz?
You won't be outsmarting me.
He draws 2 cards, and I go down to 4 this turn. But he dies to the Gisa. Oh yeah, that was a play. Take that, Bandit's Talon. No match for the Hellraiser. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen all of those games, how did this deck feel? I gotta say, I had to go through a lot of additions of this deck. I had to cut a few cards. I had to cut some Duress. I had to cut some Bandit's Talon and Cruelclaw's Heist, which does synergize better with Crime, but I just died to burn. I think I might have died 4 games in a row against the fling version of the Rakdos burn deck with a hero mouse and a scamp. Yeah, so I didn't want to keep playing that way, right? So they always go first, and then they'll fling things at me on turn 3 and just kill me. So with this deck, I don't think I can afford to do something like that. So I made this deck a lot more tempo aggressive in the early game with 4 Disfigure, and then I think 8 2-mana removal. 2 Bitter Triumph, 4 Go for the Throw, 2 Long Goodbyes, right? We definitely have enough removal. That's 12 removals in the early game to make sure we don't die that quickly. And then with Kaervek on board, we can keep recycling our removal if we need to. One thing I did notice about this deck, it is desperately lacking lifelink, right? We have Aclazotz and we have Gig's Command. That's all the lifelink that we get, and that may not be good enough. So it is your choice whether or not you want to add in more Aclazotz or more Gig's Command if you want to play this deck. And you can cut Hostile Investigator or cut Malicious Eclipse. Those are all absolutely reasonable cuts because they're very good in a discard deck or a mono black deck. But if we want to really get the crime synergy off, let's hope that we get Magda early enough that we get treasures so that on turn 3 or 4 we get 4 or 5 mana and we can play these 5 drops instead. So yeah, that might be a better direction for this deck. Right now, I think after I made the final cuts and final adjustments to this deck, I think I played 4 games and I won 3. The earlier ones, I think I won 3 other games that had 2 Bandit's Talons in the deck or that had 2 Cruelclaw's Heists in the deck, and those, I think this deck definitely wins against control, but it does not win against aggro when they're on the play. So you got to be very careful, right? Now that I cut them, now that I have way more removal against aggro, now we have a slightly harder matchup against control, but a lot easier of a matchup against aggro. So that's what I like. And then the 4 Myrics. Right, and then in the beginning I had 2 Myrics, then I added up to 3, and then finally I went to 4 when I started making the cuts against control. Now, the Myrics are so anti-control card, so just using Myrics will kill our opponent. That's still good enough. So yeah, it's a pretty fun deck. Rakdos Crime is something that we don't see much nowadays, but I still love it. I still love the Magda getting treasure synergy, which is sick. And don't forget, Magda is not just a ramp treasure. Magda can actually sacrifice her treasure for Scorpions. And one of those games we actually kill our opponent with Scorpions, so that's pretty fun. And that's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.